Live at Princeton High School, Kyle Evans alongside Tori Cornett and our entire ICRC crew. We had some technical difficulties, so we weren't able to bring you a pregame show. But Sycamore and Princeton tonight here in the GMC partner. What are you looking forward to tonight's matchup?
I'm looking forward to a defensive matchup. Minimize the amount of turnovers on both teams and both teams locking down. I'm looking for a low-scoring game and a great night of basketball on Friday night.
Princeton in the white jerseys, Sycamore in the black jerseys. Vikings are going to turn it over. Three-pointer from the left wing, off the mark. Rebounded by Amir Phillips, and Princeton's going to push it ahead. Just about a minute gone by in the opening quarter. Both teams still trying to figure each other out. Nice pass inside. Hook shot won't go. The second opportunity won't go. He gets it again. By the way, he's only 6'9", partner.
I know. Kieran.
Top of the key, he has it for Princeton. Three-pointer on the way. Got it! Rodney Santiago hits the triple. Princeton on top, 3-0.
Santiago is a spark plug. He's averaging 12.3 points per game this season for the Vikings.
See how Sycamore responds.
Coach Wyatt's fired up, getting his guys motivated for tonight's ball game for the Vikings. Samuel Amade for three. Granville Britton with the rebound. Santiago swings it around.
So Sycamore's going to bring it across the timeline. Princeton going to bring the pressure. 4:49 left to play, first quarter. 5-3 our score. Princeton really locking down on defense. And we're going to get a foul called on Amir Phillips. So that'll be Princeton's first team foul with just about halfway through our opening quarter. Aviators were 19-7 last year, 13-4 in the GMC under head coach Tim Austin, who previously coached at Fairfield High School before coming over to Sycamore. He also coached at Elder. We're going to get a reach-in foul. Samuel I made to trigger it in.
Looks like tonight's going to be a chess match.
As the Aviators set up their offense. Rylan Key has it, lost it momentarily, and poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Sycamore. Tariq Kimbrough has it, averaging 20 points per game. He scored 20 against East, and he had 21 on Tuesday night against Middletown. 5-second call, so Sycamore turns it over.
Good defense by Ramos, applying pressure around the perimeter, causing that 5-second violation.
Vikings will walk it across the timeline here at Viking Village. 5-3 Princeton.
Looks like the
Jordan
Aviators
Johnson
went to the zone.
Gonna set it up. Down low to the big guy. Extra pass to the corner. He's gonna drive baseline. Kicks it to the far corner. 3 on the way. Off the back of the iron, too strong. Offensive rebound for the Vikings. They're gonna reset.
Second chance opportunity for the Vikings. Aviators really want to eliminate those second chance opportunities.
See if they can capitalize on the extra possession as we dip under 3 minutes to play. First quarter. That's deflected. They'll stay with Princeton. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, head coach for the Vikings is Brian Wyatt in his second season. Had some previous coaching experience at Hughes High School before coming to the GMC conference and taking over Princeton. Jordan Johnson directing traffic. Down low. Couldn't finish the layup. Sycamore is able to get their hands on offensive rebound, and dropping it in is Amir Phillips to make it 7-3 Vikings.
3 consecutive offensive rebounds, lead for 2 for the Vikings.
Tariq Kimbrough across the timeline. Trying to get things going, almost had it poked away, and it's stolen. Rodney Santiago almost got it. Amir Gill going to check in, and Morris Hodge going to check in for the Vikings. 2 minutes to go in our opening quarter. Two teams that can really score some points.
Princeton doing a good job of putting a little pressure on Kimbrough. He's averages 20 points a game. They have to keep him off his rocker to be successful. For Sycamore, on the other hand, it'll be interesting to see what they do offensively. They haven't been able to get into a flow.
Deep three-pointer. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Sycamore couldn't control it. Morris Hodge, who just checked into the game, grabs it. Sebastian Jordan has it. Now Hodge. Vikings will regroup. Tim Austin pointing on the Sycamore bench. Got Sycamore last year. Lost to Hamilton 38-33 in the district championship down at Cintas Center, and a timeout. So it's a 30-second timeout called by the Vikings.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see.
Back at Sycamore High School, Kyle Evans, Tori Cornett, and our entire ICRC crew. Glad you're along for Friday Night Hoops here on ICRC-TV. The Vikings and Aviators in the GMC. Three-pointer on the way. Offensive rebound. And he's going to fall to the floor. But before that, we're going to get a jump ball. You like the aggressiveness out of both teams early?
Yeah, I like the aggressive. Like we said, the keys to the game. Both teams have to come out, fire in on both ends defensively. And right now, with the score 7-3, looks like both teams are handling their business defensively.
Sycamore trying to put the pressure on that inbounds pass. Rodney Santiago running point, and we're going to get a...
Looks like an official's timeout. Not really clear what that was. Maybe the refs having a little powwow.
Vikings will reset on offense. Three-pointer on the right wing. Too strong. Sycamore able to get the rebound. Aviators trying to push it ahead.
Looks like Sam Amadi went down there and had to bang to eliminate another second chance opportunity. And that'll be a key to victory for the Aviators here as the game progresses. They really have to attack the defensive boards.
Aviators are 1-2 on the season. Step back three. Still couldn't connect, and it'll belong to Sycamore. Nick Schnell trying to grab the loose change under the hoop. Couldn't hang on. 17 seconds to play in the quarter. Vikings going to hold for the final shot. Up by 4.
Good steal.
Sycamore takes it away. Loose change. 3 seconds to play in the quarter. They have to get it up. One deep three at the horn. Off the iron. And after one, both teams' defenses locking down. Vikings on top, 7-3. Take a timeout. Back with the second quarter on ICRC-TV.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more than
who I am on paper.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
Princeton. As the Vikings push it the other way, we've had some technical difficulties here in our first quarter, but Will Matthews, our producer-director, gets things up and running. 7-3 Vikings on top. Kyle Evans, Torrey Cornett. GMC action here in week 3, I believe, is the season. So the season just getting underway. Had the OHSAA State Football Championship, I believe, last weekend. Had a couple of Cincinnati teams head up to Canton. Couldn't bring home the hardware. Anderson and Moeller, both state runners up. We're going to have a timeout called by Princeton, and we're going to keep it right here with 7:05 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, both teams doing a great job getting into their sets. Offensively looking solid, just not able to get it to go. But as I can see, both teams really running their offense effectively.
Take a look at the Princeton huddle. Head coach Brian Wyatt mentioned back in the first quarter, it's his second season here at Princeton High School. Had some previous coaching experience at Hughes High School. On the other side, Tim Austin, head coach for Sycamore. Previously coached at Fairfield, also did some coaching at Elder High School. By the way, Joe Schoenfeld, Elder head basketball coach, just won his 500th game.
Congratulations, Coach.
I believe they took down Turpin to get his 500th win, so congratulations to him. Still coaching, been coaching there for a while. We're going to call this one on the floor. Is Kieran Greenville-Britton.
Granville-Britton is a big body. They really have to get the ball down low to Granville-Britton because it doesn't look like the Aviators have an answer.
He's going to head to the stripe, try to knock down some free throws. He's a 35% free throw shooter. Knocks down both of those, 10-3.
Princeton applying a little full court man-to-man pressure here. Kimbrough's bound to get off.
Yeah, if you're Sycamore right now, how do you kind of get your team going? Because Princeton's kind of locked them down here in the first quarter and 2 minutes of the second quarter.
Yeah, the Aviators, they just have to attack. They have to keep attacking. Everything won't fall, but they have to be aggressive offensively.
Deep three-pointer knocked down by Sycamore. Nice basket by Michael Jordan, hitting the triple.
That's a cool name.
I thought about that doing my research. I don't know if I've ever called Michael Jordan. Princeton trying to answer, and they knock it down. Santiago hits the triple. He's a 26% three-point shooter from behind the arc. Princeton on top by 7, 13-6.
Coaches making second quarter adjustments. Teams are playing a lot more comfortable here offensively in the second quarter.
Little shimmy shake, and he knocks it down, and maybe that's what he needs to get going for Sycamore tonight.
Kimbrough, he's their spark plug. He's instant offense. Very exciting player to watch.
First 2 points for him tonight, and Sycamore cuts the lead to 5. Just under 6 minutes left to play in our first half. Deep three-pointer from the left wing. Almost banked it in. Sycamore able to get the rebound and get things going on offense. Mentioned earlier, Kimbrough scored 20 points against Lakota East, 21 against Middletown on Tuesday night, and Sycamore couldn't get that one to go. Being a little too aggressive was Ryan Key, and Aviators going to be called for the foul in the backcourt. We'll take a look at the last 2 baskets.
Which Michael Jordan squares up, shot, stepped into it, right in rhythm. And Kimbrough, the 2-foot finish, similar to Jalen Brunson.
I just asked you what Sycamore needed to do, and they started getting baskets. They're kind of getting that space, separating themselves from the defenders. They got the last 2 baskets, back to a 5-point game. See if the offense really starts heating up.
Yeah, I think you talked them up. Sycamore dropping back here in a 3-2 extended zone.
Vikings is going to try to answer it with a 3. Can't get it to go, but Britton able to knock it home and extend the lead to 7.
Sycamore really playing solid defense. If they can hold Princeton to 1 shot, it looks like Princeton's scoring a lot on offensive rebounds.
6 points for Britton up to this point. There's Kimbrough trying to attack the defense, and we're going to get a foul. They're going to get Amir Gill. So Kimbrough going to head to the line, try to knock down some free throws. Take a look at the foul, the contact on the shoulder.
Amir Gill, he's long. He's a 6-foot sophomore here. They're trying to change up the matchups and not let Kimbrough get going.
Off on the first, second to come. And he knocks it down. 15-9. Extra pass to the corner. And Princeton can't hang on. Vikings are shooting a lot of three-pointers. Is Sycamore doing anything defensively to kind of force them to do that?
Absolutely. They're eliminating the straight line drives. They're allowing for open shots, and Princeton's not able to capitalize right now. However, from time to time, they are able to get the offensive rebound to make the basket. So a little bit of a chess match right now.
Tim Austin's going to burn a timeout. Going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll take it right here. So Sycamore burns their first. They have 4 left. Vikings have already burned 2. Let's take a look at the GMC standings. Fairfield, Dakota East, and Princeton all undefeated in the conference. Sycamore in 5th place. Middletown and Coleraine and Oak Hills also all looking for their first conference win. Someone's going to get their first win in that Oak Hills Middletown game. Oak Hills Coleraine game, because they're playing each other tonight over in my neck of the woods. So
absolutely, Princeton beat Hamilton and they beat Mason, and Sycamore they took an L to Lakota East, but they bounced back with a win against Middletown. Coach Tim Austin getting his guys together. We spoke a little bit about that chess match. These coaches are doing a great job of rallying around their guys and making them rise to the occasion.
This is the 3rd road game of the season for Sycamore. They played at the Ohio Valley Hoops Classic in Mason. They lost their opening game, and then they were on the road Tuesday night taking on Middletown. Tonight here at Princeton. Actually, they play 7 of their first 9 games on the road, but Sycamore was pretty good last year on the road, 9-4. Miscommunication with that pass, so Sycamore turns it over with 4:07 left to play in the second quarter.
Aviators doing a good job changing their defense. Now they're in the 1-2-2. Princeton trying to get
nice
it down
block.
Low, pent up against the glass.
And then officials are going to say he stepped out of bounds, so it'll remain with the Vikings.
The athleticism of Sam Amade.
Woo! Sports Center top 10 play right there.
There it is.
I've actually seen some high school plays get on Sports Center. Pretty crazy. Pretty cool.
That's Cincinnati basketball for you.
Vikings trying to handle the Sycamore press halfway through the second quarter. Princeton's lead just down to 6. Little up and under, can't finish the rebound. Sycamore has it, they're going to push. All the way to the hoop, and no foul. We play on. Nice attack by Samuel Imade. Princeton the other direction. Kicks it to the corner, extra pass, 3-pointer on the way. Missed it.
No good.
Sycamore gets the rebound and going to slow this possession down after that last possession was rushed. Tim Austin barking out instructions on the Sycamore bench. And we're going to get a hand check foul on Amir Phillips.
Tim Austin doing a great job switching up their defense. Here in the 2 quarters, we've already seen 2 different zone defenses. Right now, they're in a man-to-man defense, and I'm not sure if Princeton realizes they weren't able to attack.
Sebastian Jordan and Arvani Gill checked in for Princeton during that last time. All the way to the rim, couldn't finish. Sycamore's been there. Maybe a little too aggressive on the finish, couldn't get that one to go. Princeton the other way. And Britton will knock it down.
The big fella. Princeton's really effective in the transition to get out and run. Sycamore might not have an answer for the 6'9" big down low. Britton.
Vikings lead balloons to 8. Trying to get something going before halftime. Only had 3 points after the first quarter. Princeton has already scored 10 this quarter. Aviators have only scored 6. And we're going to travel. Called on Nick Schnell. So he'll turn it over. Some news and notes around the GMC. Indians, Thunderhawks, and Vikings all 2-0 in the conference. We just talked about that. Trey Perry for Lakota East. He's averaging 27 points, 27.7 points per game. He had 31 on Tuesday night against Oak Hills. And Jake Turner taking over the head coaching job at Hamilton. He was previously at Preble Shawnee. And their former coach, as Princeton lines up the 3, can't get it to drop. Vikings struggling from behind the arc. But Jake Turner took over the Hamilton head coaching job. Kevin Higgins was the previous Hamilton coach. He jumped ship to the GCL South, took over the LaSalle Lancers. That's a whole different animal. Britton trying to finish the bucket, and he does.
He got the basket to go. Britton using that big, wide body to create space and finish down low as we get another angle. And with the and one, Britton
puts him in double digits. He's got 10 points. Princeton extends the lead to 10, 1:29 left to play in the first half. Vikings are back in action tomorrow night. They're going to take on Louisville Trinity at 5:15, and then they'll jump back into GMC play on Tuesday night when Lakota East comes to town. Britton knocks down the triple, so he completes the 3-point play, 20-9.
A little full court pressure here for the Vikings.
And Princeton almost got it, and they're going to call a foul on Sebastian Jordan.
Jordan a little aggressive there. Coach wanted to maybe get a steal right before the half to carry the momentum into the second half. A little unsuccessful.
The Sycamore looking for some late second quarter offense, trailing by 11. Lost it. Sycamore turns it over. Sebastian Jordan has it. Extra pass in the corner, 3 on the way. This one won't drop. I believe Princeton has hit maybe 2 3-pointers at that in the first half, and they're going to call some contact. Not sure who they're going to get. Maybe Antonio Hunter. Actually, they're going to call Jordan Johnson with the hand check.
Kimbrough doing a great job of being effective offensively, attacking the gaps. I think he has to continue to do that to carry his team tonight. I think the refs got it on the ground, but it looks like they're lining up to shoot 2. Fouls on the floor.
The new rule in high school basketball this year, when you get to 5 team fouls in each quarter, you shoot double bonus, no more one-on-ones. But we haven't reached that yet. Both teams at 4 fouls. So the next team foul on either Princeton or Sycamore will send the other team to the line for 2.
How do you feel about that new rule?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what their intent was. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it the old way. We're all creatures of habit, right? I kind of like the game the way it is because it's not that way at the collegiate level. It's not that way at the NBA level. And I'm not sure what the purpose of it was at the high school level.
Yeah. Well, I guess it will encourage guys to not foul so much. But on the other hand, you'll be shooting 2 free throws if you foul a lot. Slow the game down a bit.
Samuel Imade knocks down the first, so it's a 10-point game. Definitely the lowest points Sycamore scored all season in the first half without even looking at their prior 2 games. Knocks down 2, so it's a 9-point game. Try to get a stop right here, maybe hold for one final shot. Princeton, sloppy, but they'll reset.
Sycamore keeping a body on Britton down low, doing a great job defensively.
And they're going to get the block, and they get the turnover.
Have to stop.
I think Sycamore's looking for points, maybe a 2-for-1 before the half. Only 30 seconds left in the half. Tim Austin wants a foul, and he's actually trying to call timeout, and he will. So it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep this one right here. Aviators burning their second timeout.
Big shout out to the Sharonville Youth Organization, doing great jobs, great things in the community. Also, big shout out to Sycamore's principal, Taylor Porter. He's a former Bearcat, doing a great job with the academics at Sycamore, traditionally one of the best schools academically, arguably, in the state.
We just talked about scoring. Vikings averaged 60 points per game. Sycamore a little under 50, 47.5. So Princeton maybe on track to get there. Sycamore not so much. These two teams played each other last year, and Princeton got Aviators both times.
Aviators, after that timeout, Coach Tim Austin really wants to get a good look. Looks like they're double teaming Kimbrough, not allowing him to get the ball.
Aggressive pass in, but Sycamore is able to settle things down. And Aviators most likely at this point probably going to hold for the final shot of the quarter with 10 seconds.
Absolutely.
Corner three, too short. And knocked out of bounds. Britton couldn't hang on to it, so Aviators will get one final crack at the scoreboard, trailing by 9. Don't necessarily need a 3 right here, but it'd be pretty nice going into the locker room only trailing by 6 the way you played in this first 60 minutes. Off the foot of his defender, Sycamore gets it up at the horn, short, and that's how the first half will come to an end. So 16 minutes in the books. We still got 16 more to come your way. We'll take a timeout. Come back for the third quarter. You're watching High School Hoops on ICRC-TV.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
That's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Come on, Cameron.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A freeze-on mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A freeze-on mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
Princeton High School, Vikings on top of Sycamore, 20-11 here in this GMC showdown. Kyle Evans alongside Tori Cornett and our entire ICRC crew. It's been an interesting first half. Princeton came out kind of dominant, really locked down defensively. So what's Sycamore kind of got to do to climb back into this game?
Sycamore just got to keep attacking. They're not going to make all their baskets, but they got to attack. They got to get the big guy down low, Britton in a little foul trouble, and make the game spicy a little bit. They just got to keep attacking and keep playing good defense.
So we'll turn things over to the Viking side of things. What do they have to, what kind of has to keep clicking? Or maybe is there something that you saw in that first half that they need to clean up?
Well, the Vikings are doing a good job. They're up 9 at the half. They had to continue to recognize the defense. The Aviators are doing a great job of switching their defenses, and Princeton has to be on top of that.
Ronnie Santiago was one of our key players that we talked about. He's having a pretty good first half, 12 points on the season, leads the team in scoring. And what has impressed you about him in this first half?
Well, in the first half, Santiago has 6 points, but he does more than just score. I mean, he's a great defender. I think he has a couple of steals, a couple of rebounds, and a thing that we don't track are the deflections. This kid is dynamic on the offense and defensive end, and he's a team guy.
6 points for Santiago in the first half. He's the leading scorer. Meanwhile, Samuel Imade, number 24 for Sycamore, has 5. And Tariq Kimbrough is our other key player. What's he showing you in the first 60 minutes, I guess?
Tariq is doing a great job. He's a game manager. He just, Princeton's sending 2 or 3 guys at him. He just has to stay consistent, stay aggressive, and continue to be a leader on the offensive defensive end.
So third quarter is underway. Vikings get possession of the ball. See how both these teams get their coaching adjustments underway. Just 10-minute halftime in high school basketball. I got to like that as a play-by-play guy. I appreciate the 20 minutes for football. 3-pointer from the right wing, too short. Knocked out of bounds, should belong to Sycamore, and it does.
Sycamore would have stopped right off the bat, forcing Princeton to shoot a 3, which they haven't been successful with so far. If Sycamore continue to make Princeton shoot outside shots, they have a chance to close the gap here in the second half.
Take a look at that last foul by Jordan Johnson. So see the Aviators going to work here in the second half. Trailing by 9, and if you're Tim Austin and his coaching staff, you're probably happy that you're only trailing by 9. Princeton was firing away on threes, probably only hit a couple of threes. We'll let you know here in a minute as Sycamore trying to get something going here in the first possession of the second half. Rylan Key pulls it out. Now Brady Queenan has it. All the way to the hoop, off the window, couldn't bank it in. Britton gets the rebound. By the way, Britton averages 1.5 assists per game. We're going to get a foul on the Aviators.
Britton's also a double-double guy. He's not quite at 10 rebounds a game. He's at 9.6. I think 11 or 12 points and 9 rebounds a game. He's going to definitely be a double-double guy here by the end of the year.
Vikings possession, trying to pick up their 4th win in the conference on the season, I should say. Try to go to 4-0.
Student section in patriotic colors, the red, white, and blue of the flag here at Princeton High School. Loud and proud, ready to support their team.
Here's Phillips. Now Johnson has it. Vikings trying to attack Sycamore into the paint. Down low, Amir Johnson going to get fouled before the basket.
That's a nice look down there. I think Ramos penetrated the gap, found Johnson, number 5. And here we go, Johnson going up strong, drawing the foul. I think they got Michael Jordan on the reach.
Off the inbound, Britton gets blocked again. So Sycamore's got to him twice. They reset. Santiago hits the triple. And it's 23-11 in favor of the Vikings.
If you're the Aviators, you don't want Santiago to get hot.
Shoots it at 26% from behind the arc. It's a big triple right there that extends the Viking lead to double digits. And then we're going to get a reach-in foul that Brian Wyatt was a little – I wish we had a shot of him on the sideline, man. He was about to run down the sideline, but Santiago.
There's a Santiago for 3. And he has a nice stroke. You know, Santiago getting different looks from colleges. I mean, this kid can really play.
Going to get a timeout by Sycamore. And it's going to be a full timeout. So Sycamore just burning through their timeouts, and we'll step aside. Back to Princeton High School in 30 seconds.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Back at Princeton High School, early stages of quarter number 3 as you take a look at Tim Austin in the Sycamore huddle. Took over a Sycamore program that had kind of been struggling. So he took over and start to rebuild this program. And if you're a Sycamore Aviators fan, you know the name Riley Burgess, who played for them last year.
Absolutely.
And he was definitely one of their key guys. So once he's gone, other guys got to step up. Here's a 3 from the left wing. He drains it for Sycamore.
Nice. That was number 10, Rylan Key.
Now Princeton the other way. Britton gets the easy layup, 25-14. Back and forth we go.
After the timeout, Coach Wyatt sent 2 people at Kimbrough, left Key wide open to bury that 3.
Kimbrough has it, fakes the 3. He's going to drive on Santiago, pulls it out. And Princeton gets the deflection. Here comes Phillips, up and under. Phillips couldn't finish the layup. A lot of contact, no whistle. Kimbrough gets the rebound. We play on. It's the kind of basketball I like to see. Physical, but not too physical, right?
Absolutely. These guys are really, you could tell they're really in the weight room in the offseason because they're taking a lot of contact and still able to power through the contact.
Extra pass to the left wing. He's going to pump fake, drive to the basket. Kimbrough launches, missed. Amir Gill grabs the air ball. Here comes Princeton. Phillips kicks it to the corner. Santiago, another 3. Couldn't hit it. He's hit three three-pointers in the first half, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the baseline. Everyone breaking out the rust. It's my first basketball game of the season, so it's not easy to say 3 three-pointers.
Number 5, Queenan checks into the ball game for the Aviators. He replaces number 3, Nick Schnelly.
Vikings will trigger it in under their own baseline. 4:45 left to play. Britton gets it. 6'9". Muscles his way to the hoop, and we're going to get a blocking foul. Tim Austin wants a charge, and I want to see a replay on this because I think I agree with Tim Austin. I think he blew him. He definitely lowers the shoulders, or is that a little bit of acting?
No, it's a little bit of both, but, you know, the thing about it, McQueen might have had position, but, you know, the official, he's seen it the other way. So.
Yeah. Back down low. Whistle and a foul. This time Amir Gill going to head to the stripe.
Foul by Michael Jordan.
So Princeton back to the free throw line, trying to tack on some more points. They're up by 11. High school basketball is just one of those games where you just can't get behind early.
Yeah.
You don't have a shot clock at this level. I definitely think you need one, but that's for the OHSA and the board to determine. My only thought about that is some schools could afford it, some schools couldn't, and then you got to bring in the officials. These officials have never done that with a shot clock before, but I definitely think it needs one.
Yeah, and you also got to get someone to operate it.
And that might slow the game down even more. Missed them both, but Jordan Jackson gets the loose change, hands it off, and couldn't make the layup. Gets blocked again by Samuel Iman. Again deflected, out of bounds. It'll go to Sycamore. And now the officials are going to talk things over, and now they're going to say Princeton ball.
Princeton really picking up the pressure here on the defensive end in the second half. Still only up 11, but they're giving themselves a lot of opportunity. If we had the time of possession, I would say Princeton's dominating the time of possession.
Jordan Jackson hanging on. Tariq Kimbrough brings some pressure up, and that gets things going. Sycamore almost gets the deflection. Vikings will reset halfway through the third quarter. Phillips, guarded by Will Weeks, trying to accumulate some stats. Phillips off on the triple. Sycamore gets it down. We mentioned earlier in this third quarter, Vikings have only hit 3 3-pointers in this game. Santiago had 2 in the first half, just hit 1 earlier in the third.
They're getting good looks. Sometimes when you're wide open, I wonder if it's by design. Nonetheless, Princeton, they're getting good shots. And that's what you want as a coach. You know, you want your guys, if you're open, shoot it. Things getting a little physical here.
Little alley-oop action, couldn't connect. Sycamore got away with one because Princeton was going to have a wide open layup at the other end. Instead, Santiago stepped on the sideline, so it'll go back to Sycamore.
Princeton surprisingly staying in this man-to-man. They're sending a guy and a half at Kimbrough. Kimbrough's working his tail off just to get open.
Three-pointer from the right wing, too strong. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Sycamore. That was Will Weeks. Hasn't accumulated any statistics according to the Greater Miami Conference website. Was trying to get his first three-pointer and his first points of the season. Had a good open three, just couldn't knock it down. And now they're going to call a foul on Amir Phillips. So that is Princeton's fourth team foul. So one more foul, and the Aviators will shoot 2 free throws the rest of the quarter. And that will reset when quarter number 4 starts. Off the inbounds, Will Weeks couldn't hang on to that. And Sycamore turns it over.
It's interesting what the Vikings will run right here. Haven't been successful the last couple of times down the court getting a basket. Looks like they're doing a little motion weave action here offensively to open some things up.
Jordan James trying to weave through traffic, got pushed out of bounds.
On Tariq Kimbrough. That sends Jordan Johnson for the Vikings to the line to shoot the double bonus. This is the first time we've seen it.
Short on the first.
Looks like number 10 Ramos checks in for the Princeton Vikings. He replaces number 5, Amir Phillips.
One of 2. 12-point lead. Kimbrough going to walk it across the timeline. Santiago picks him up. See what Sycamore gets going. Here's a three-pointer from the right wing, in and out.
That was a good look.
Sycamore gets it back, and we're going to get a foul down low. So that is Princeton's 5th team foul. So now Sycamore will head to the free throw line. And you just asked me earlier in the first half what I thought about this. I think it's going to slow the game down because we now have 3 minutes left to play. And if we were at the typical 1-and-1 and then the double bonus, so I think it's definitely going to slow the game down.
Yeah. It's an advantage to the guys that shoot good free throws and don't foul.
Weeks misses the first. Still trying to get those first points of the season. Can he knock this one down and get his first stats of the year? Hits the second, right through the net. 26-15. Vikings want to push. Here's Sebastian Jordan. Now Jordan Jackson. Now Amir Gill. And they'll back it out.
Little motion. Princeton has to remember the big guy is down low.
Here's Britton. Kicks it out. Extra pass to Santiago. Sycamore almost poked it away. Extra pass. Santiago buries it again. 29-15. Princeton extends the lead to 14.
A little run and jump press.
Kimbrough trapped, gets away from 2 defenders, kicks it up ahead. Has a wide open lane, and he's going to be fouled hard. That's Samuel Imade. So he's going to head to the stripe. Take a look at the last three-pointer. He's now knocked down 4.
Santiago with a stroke.
He's got 12 points on the night. First one rattles in. gets one more. 2:19 left to play. Kyle Evans, Tori Cornett, our producer, Will Matthews. Couldn't hit on the second one. Daniel Smith and Adam Simpson running our cameras. Patrick Mulcahy is running the replay, and our producer-director, Will Matthews, in the truck. What a great guy. Had some technical difficulties in the first half, and he wanted to give me and you a shout-out because we're just up here talking to ourselves. Didn't know that the mics were actually working, and you wouldn't have even known that if you were listening at home.
Production crew doing a great job tonight, scrambling back and forth to the truck, doing all the things nobody sees that are very, very important.
Yeah, we just show up and put the headsets on and talk. Here's Britton. And Sycamore gets the turnover. See if they can capitalize into points.
Little back tip
up
there.
ahead. Jordan Jackson blocked from behind.
Wow.
What a block.
The hustle.
Samuel Imade, here it is again. Coming out of nowhere right into your living room.
Imade with the LeBron-esque track down block to get that out of here. Michael Jordan pokes it out of bounds. Jordan's all over the place defensively. This guy's on his toes. He's bouncing around.
Yeah, I mean, those are definitely the stats that don't show up on the stat sheet like you mentioned earlier. Steals, deflections. Deflections definitely not showing up on the stat sheet. Here's a little floater dropped in by Amir Gill. Averages 5.5 points per game. 31-16 Princeton as we close in on the final 80 seconds of period number 3. Will Weeks almost had his pocket picked. Instead, he's going to head to the line. Knock down some free throws.
To your point, this is where the Aviators can make their run. I mean, knock down 2 free throws. Your guys are rested. You're able to set up your defense. They can use this double bonus to their advantage.
Weeks knocks down the first. Sycamore will be back in action on Tuesday at the hangar. They're going to take on Lakota West.
Amir Phillips checks in for the Vikings. He replaces number 2, Jordan Johnson.
Last I checked at halftime, West was struggling with Hamilton tonight, so Firebirds could get their first conference loss of the season.
GMC shaping up, looking pretty competitive so far this year. Number 5, Queenan checks into the ball game for the Aviators. He replaces number 0, Will Weeks.
Sebastian Jordan walks it across the timeline. Amir Gill has it. Final minute here in the third period. 13-point lead for the Vikings. See if Sycamore brings some pressure here, and they will. Vikings going to hold for the final shot.
Little stall ball. The Aviators are in that zone defense. Princeton wanting them to come out them and guard them man to man, and a little bit of that chess match we spoke about earlier.
So if you're a coach in this situation, why not apply the pressure and kind of get them going?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think Coach will. I think he's wants to see what Coach Wyatt's going to do, if he's actually really going to hold the ball. Looks like he's holding the ball, and Coach is okay with them holding for the last shot and planning for the fourth quarter.
Now they'll get things into motion, so exactly what you say. They wanted to – it was kind of like a chess match. Ball poked away. Sycamore's got it. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. They have to hurry. He's at midcourt. 2 seconds. 3 at the horn. Off the mark, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So Vikings on top by 13. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Right after this, you're watching High School Hoops on ICRC-TV.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Back at Princeton High School, if you're interested in helping out at ICRC, you can go get some more information at ICRC-TV.com. You can run a camera, work on the truck. Daniel Smith, Adam Simpson, Patrick Mulkey, Will Matthews, our director producer. Love to have you come out and run a camera. No experience needed. We'll show you all the tools. Fourth quarter is about to get underway. 31-18. So if you're Sycamore, you only got 8 minutes to score 13 points. It's possible. Is there anything they have to do differently? Play a little more. Play more aggressively, or what are your thoughts?
Absolutely. Sycamore has to play more aggressively. They're doubling Kimbrough, so some of the other guys are going to have to step up, but they have to attack the basket, get fouled, and try to force Princeton into double bonus early on in the fourth quarter.
Vikings get the first possession of the final frame, trailing by 13. Here's Kimbrough. He's going to drive to the hoop, puts up the floater, off the mark.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Amir Gill grabs the board, and now Sycamore has to hurry back defensively. Santiago has it. Over to Amir Gill. Baseball pass to the corner. Vikings in no hurry on their offensive possessions. Up by 13.
Sycamore still in this zone. They're eventually going to have to come out and go man-to-man here. A little run-and trap situation. It looks like Coach Austin is switching it up.
Here's Gill. Double team to the near corner. They'll back it out. Princeton snapping that ball around the perimeter. Santiago couldn't hit it. Amir Gill tried to grab the rebound. Sycamore has it. Rylan Key gets it across the timeline, swings it over to Michael Jordan, and we'll get a foul on the Vikings on the baseline. So 4 more fouls. And Sycamore going to head to the stripe.
They got him away from the ball. Vikings on the foul. And that's what you want for Sycamore. You want to draw the foul, so put you in a double bonus situation, knock down your free throws, and chip away at this 13-point lead.
Will Weeks has it, top of the arc. Michael Jordan, now Kimbrough pulls up for 3. And gets it to go, the friendly roll. It's a 10-point game, 6.5 to play in the fourth. Can Sycamore mount the comeback? Trailing by 10, 6.5 to play.
Kimbrough got the roll. He's been wanting for it. He got a little room, and he stepped up and hit the big shot.
Dangerous pass. Almost had it poked away, and they get the turnover. Here comes Sycamore in transition. Nice skip pass up ahead, all the way to the hoop. Couldn't finish the layup. Amir Gill grabs the loose change. Up ahead to Santiago. He drives to the hoop, up and under. Couldn't finish the layup, tipped around. Kimbrough's got it. Here's Sycamore looking to push. He's going to pull the trigger.
Kimbrough
Short.
Filling it. Got his own rebound.
Gets it again. Knocks it down. 7-point game. Timeout Vikings. 5:44 left to play. And there's some juice in the Viking Village.
Here's Kimbrough. 2 consecutive threes. He's attacking. The Vikings kind of fell off of Kimbrough a little bit towards the end of that quarter. Before the timeout. And Kimbrough took advantage.
9 points. 9 points for Kimbrough. And we got a 7-point ball game. 5:44 left to play. Take a look at that last 3-pointer. They got the roll. It's crazy what a basketball can do. Touch all parts of the rim, go in, go out. Take a look at Brian Wyatt in the Princeton huddle, second year at the helm of Princeton Vikings.
Coach Wyatt looking to be effective after the timeout, looking to set something up to get a good basket after this timeout and be disciplined and sound. defensively. Look, the Princeton cheerleaders here bringing down the house, trying to cheer their team on to victory. Big shout out to the ROTC program here at Princeton. I was speaking with the gentleman earlier and the cheerleaders, spirit staff.
Viking basketball, 5:44 left to play in the fourth. Seven-point game. Santiago swings it over to Amir Phillips. Phillips, little hop step, loses the ball, and they're going to say it was deflected. Sycamore thought that went off his knee. Of course, there was no reviews at the high school level.
Good defense by the Aviators, stopping those straight line drives.
And they throw it into Britton, and then he gets fouled. I mean, you're not kidding. Tim Austin had 3 players on number 24 in white on that last possession.
Yeah, he's done a good job on him.
Santiago trying to tip it in. Britton couldn't tip it. Loose on the floor. Aviators got it. And then Santiago called for a silly foul in the backcourt.
Wow. Aviators with a good stop after the timeout. Could see Coach White looking to go down low to his big fella. Not able to be successful.
So the Vikings commit their second foul, so 3 away from the double bonus. Here's a three-pointer from the left wing. Too strong. Nice attempt. Couldn't get it to drop. Here comes Princeton. Jordan James has it. Off a screen. Santiago trying to feed the big man. Sycamore gets it. Up ahead. Aviators looking to run. Little up and under floater. Couldn't drop it home. Tried to tip it in. Couldn't. Amir Gill has it. Aviators are rushing their offensive possessions as that one finger roll off the front of the rim. And Britton gets it to go, plus the foul. Number 24 flexing his muscles down low. Princeton can make this a 10-point game. Take a look at the replay.
Here's Britton powering it up with the right-handed sweeping hook. And that frame is a space heater down low.
Javion Jackson checking in. He's about to check in for Princeton as well as Antonio Hunter. Britton's free throw is good.
10-point ball game with 4:50 left here in the fourth, and the fans are on their feet coming down the stretch here at Viking Village.
Vikings really applying that backcourt pressure. Sycamore gets it across the timeline. Kimbrough has it. Swings it ahead. Nice spin move and finger roll finish for the Aviators. Samuel Imade makes it an 8-point game. 4.5 to play. Aviator student section getting into things. Little turnaround jumper drops for Amir Gill. 36-26. Nowhere near what these teams normally score on a given night. Here's Kimbrough, step back 3. He buries it. So he's heating up. It's 36-29. 4 minutes left to play. Princeton answers at the other end. Amir Phillips. 39-28. So we got a track meet. Back and forth we go. Here comes Sycamore. Kicks it out to Kimbrough. He pulls the trigger again off the side of the iron. Will Weeks gets the rebound. He's fouled to the chagrin of the Sycamore fans and coaching staff.
The senior Will Weeks fighting tooth and nail to get position to get that offensive rebound, understanding that every possession counts here coming down the stretch.
Step back 3. Too strong. Santiago grabs it. Pushes it ahead and kicks it to the far corner. 3 on the other wing. No good. Offensive rebound put up and back in by Santiago.
Santiago staying with it. Being aggressive on the offensive rebound.
7-point game. Kimbrough trying to shake 2 Viking defenders off him. Couldn't. Wanted to get a foul. Couldn't. Kimbrough hesitates, drives into the paint, and draws the contact. So that's team foul number 4 on Princeton. So the next foul will send Sycamore to the stripe.
Kimbrough being aggressive offensively. We got a little spill on the court. The refs are getting it together, a little sweat.
So the Aviators going to head to the line. Officials are trying to get a towel.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, Kimbrough continued to attack, and 2 guys are at him. You know, Kimbrough's doing a great job of finding teammates, you know, to get open baskets. Guys just need to continue to be ready for when Kimbrough dishes it to knock down the big shot. And on the other end, for the Vikings, they have to continue to penetrate, look for the big guy when he gets back in there. He's coming in right now. I'm speaking of none other than Kieran Britton, and continue to apply pressure to Kimbrough.
Well, Kimbrough is heading to the line. Shoots it at 75%. Knocks down the first. Notice how I said that before he shot the ball. Don't want to give him that old announcer's jinx. I don't know if I really believe in that.
It's good for TV.
Second one on the way. He hits a pair. He's up to 16 points. It's a 9-point game, 3 minutes to play. Sycamore has definitely stepped up their aggressiveness here in this third quarter.
Yes, they have. Extended pressure on the defensive end. Number 3, Nick Sheno, applying pressure on the perimeter.
Inside, and you get a push. Might be Samuel Imade.
Amir Gill used his quickness to beat Imade to the spot.
It's going to be his third. Team foul number 3 on Sycamore. So 2 more fouls by the Aviators will send the Vikings to the line for the last 3 minutes. Off on the first. Gill, prior to that shot, was 100% from the line.
Javian Jackson checks in for the Vikings, giving Britton a break. Coach doing the offensive defensive sub with Britton.
Second one good, so it's back to a 10-point lead. Sycamore's had it, the lead cut down to 7. Aviators trailing by 10, have to kind of pick up the pace. Off the screen, Kimbrough hesitate, thought about the 3, drives into the paint. Fancy move to the rim. It's an 8-point game. He's got 18 on the night. He's definitely stepped it up here in this second half.
Kimbrough attacked the gap and finished with the right-hand dipsy-do.
Vikings in no hurry on any of their possessions. Amir Phillips, him and Sebastian Jordan basically playing catch back and forth. Timeout Princeton. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside. 8-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Back to Viking Village in 30 seconds.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Back at Princeton High School, going down the stretch, 2:14 left to play. Brian Wyatt drawing up a play in that Princeton huddle. And at the other end, Tim Austin trying to draw up some late fourth quarter magic. They've trailed all night.
It's so important after the timeouts to get a good look. No, it doesn't always have to go in, but you want to use your timeouts effectively, and you want to get a good look if you're the Vikings. Here's Kimbrough willing his team to victory. He's doing it all tonight for the Aviators.
Sebastian Jordan has it. Defended by Michael Jordan. Britton at midcourt. They'll pass it off. Aviators down low. Britton, and they're going to call the foul. Offensive foul called on Kieran Britton. I'm going to say he lowered the shoulder.
He lowered the shoulder, but it was still a great play call by Coach White after the timeout. Here you can see.
Did he hook him?
Yeah, I don't know if that was on Britton or did they call that on Britton?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, to me, I just kind of saw that as
I didn't.
Maybe a hook. I don't know. Either he hooked him or there was no foul. But hey, as I always say when I do these games, the officials see the game a different way, as the broadcasters see the game a different way, as the coaches see the game a different way.
Absolutely.
But Sycamore trying to climb back in it, whistle on a foul.
Looks like,
and now they're going to call an offensive foul on Sycamore.
Looks like we got a bit of a makeup call. At least they're consistent. Not perfect, but consistency is key.
Take a look at this.
Yeah, they got him with the legal screen. He stuck that shoulder out. Minute 44 to play here in the fourth. These next possessions, guys will be scrambling all over the place to try to make a play. Both coaches are at the midfield, working on their substitutions, coaching their tails off. Really commend these coaches for what kind of work they do with our students, dedicating their time.
Time definitely not on Sycamore's side right now, trailing by 8. Going to have to start getting some turnovers, deflections, steals, something. Trailing by 8 with 90 seconds to play, and he stepped on the midcourt line. The officials never called it. He was right there. Tim Austin wanted it. Amir Gibbs pulls the trigger from the corner. Britton tips it back up and in. Back to a 10-point game with 80 seconds to play.
Britton at the right place at the right time.
Sycamore player just gets shoved down. They don't call any foul. We play on. Samuel Imade pushes it across the court. Has to hurry. They trail by 10. He goes to the rim, tried to dunk it, and Britton called for the foul with 1:03 left to play.
Imade aggressively attacking, reckless abandon. He drew the foul with his aggressiveness.
Take a look at that last possession at midcourt.
What a shot.
Ooh, maybe he didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't.
Great
camera work, by the way.
Great shot, camera crew. Good playback.
Hits them both. It's an 8-point game with a minute to play. They throw it in, but Princeton was miscommunication up to Britton. He puts it up, and he's fouled.
Good foul. Make him earn it at the line.
1 minute to go.
Number 3, Nick Schnell.
Says Britton has 19 points on the scoreboard. Doesn't seem like he scored that many points tonight, but he knocks down the first. He's only 6'9".
Britton's been consistent on the offensive rebounds, and he's just a load.
High school kids, a little different these days than when I was in high school.
It looks like an NFL tight end.
Knocks down them both. 10-point game. Aviators a minute away from dropping to 1-3 overall. Princeton trying to improve to 4-1 on the season. I mentioned earlier they were on the road tomorrow night at Louisville Trinity 5:15 tip. So they will be right back in action. Blay up off the glass, pulls Sycamore within 8. 45 seconds left to play, and if you're the Aviators, you have to foul. Lost the ball, and Sycamore has it. So here come the Aviators. No foul and then a late whistle. Both teams are in the bonus.
This game is not over with this new rule, double bonus. As long as Sycamore continues to attack and they can defend, they stand a chance. Here's number 10, Key, drawing the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Britton and Santiago checking back in. Jackson and Hunter heading to the bench. 35 seconds. He misses the second, and they're going to call a foul immediately. And if that is on, could be on Brady Queenan. So it is on him, and that is his 5th foul. So he's done. 33.7 left to play in the 4th. Sycamore trailing by 7. Haven't cut into that deficit any lower than 7 here in the second half. I think what hurt them tonight was that their slow start in that first quarter. They only had 3 points after the first quarter. It was 7-3, I believe, after 1. First one's off the mark, so the door stays open.
It's open, and later on this weekend, we got the crosstown shootout, Xavier, UC Bearcats. It'll be a good one, both teams. Great talent, great coaches.
It's the second.
Men and women programs. I've been able to check out the Bearcats and Xavier.
Vikings are going to take a full timeout. So with 33 seconds, what's Tim Austin talking about in that huddle right now, trailing by 8?
Tim Austin is telling his team to attack the rim. Get fouled and make your free throws. Then on the defensive end, you want to apply a little pressure. The last time down, they applied some pressure, got a steal, which led to a key free throw. But the key is you got to make your free throws. I mean, that's why we shoot them. Free throws change things. Free throws are the difference between all conference and all district and all state, and winning a lot of these GMC battles.
Each team has 1 timeout left. See what Sycamore draws up, trailing by 8. Half a minute left to play. Aviators get it into midcourt. Kimbrough turns the corner, trying to get his feet set. Kicks it to the corner. 3-pointer on the way. Off the mark, too strong. Offensive rebound by Imade. Kimbrough double fakes, puts it up. It was blocked, no foul. They fire it ahead to Amir Gibbs. 15 seconds to play. Gibbs puts it up. He's fouled. They're going to call this intentional. So 2 shots and the ball with 14.1. Tim Austin standing on the Sycamore sideline. You tell me, partner, is this intentional?
No, I think that was a good, clean, hard foul. He didn't want to bridge the guy so he could, but he didn't want him to make the layup. I didn't think that was an intentional foul. I thought it was a smart foul down the stretch.
So Amir Phillips will shoot the free throws. First one rolls off.
Amir Phillips had a good game today. Helping out a lot on the offensive, defensive end.
Next ICR broadcast will come your way next Tuesday, I believe. Doubleheader in the Eastern Cincinnati Conference between Kings and Lebanon. Be a boys game and a girls game, so you can check that out. Check out all the past and future events at ICRC-TV.com. Off the inbound, tipped up and in by Sebastian Jordan. Back to a 10-point game with 8 seconds to play. Aviators have to get it across midcourt. 5 seconds to play. Heaves it up and gets it to go at the buzzer. It won't do much, but it'll change the scoreboard. And finally, Princeton hangs on to win 48-41.
Yeah, both teams did well on the defensive end. Princeton a little bit more aggressive offensively to seal the victory.
So once again, our final score from Viking Village. The Aviators fall to the Vikings 48-41. For our producer, Will Matthews, my broadcast partner, Tori Cornett, and our entire ICRC crew, Kyle Evans saying, so long, good night from Sharonville. You've been watching High School Hoops on ICRC-TV.